These are
Always.
the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
We've got a great studio audience today.
We do. They're ready. I was worried because we're a day early.
They showed up. That's all that matters. They showed up. Yeah.
I just got a phone call.
Oh.
Hey, are you driving that Sweet Rex Smoking Butts food truck right now? Food trailer? No. You got somebody driving it for you? I said, yeah. Well, they just blew through a red light at M37 and 7 Mile because the phone number is on the back of the trailer.
Whoops. Just a whoops.
Yeah. So I did the responsible thing and sent Caleb a text message while he's driving. And I got a full screen response. Should I now text him? Stop texting while you're driving.
He's driving. Oh, boy.
He said I was doing 58. It was just crap timing. I was merging to the right lane. I was looking at my side view mirror and looked up, and the light was yellow in front of me. No choice but to go. Otherwise, I'm blowing brake lines trying to stop. Yeah, I mean, I've gone through plenty of red lights that there's no way you stopping. Those are heavy trailers.
I have absolutely. I've absolutely gone through red lights. Absolutely.
Yep. There has been times when I have almost closed my eyes going through a couple because I know it's going to be red and there's traffic, sitting waiting. It's like, ugh, please don't be in a hurry and just wait. This big steaming torpedo coming through. Anyways, good afternoon, Skip.
Yeah.
Happy Sunday evening. It's a beautiful day here in the West Side. How about you? Beautiful over there today?
It's a gorgeous. It's a gorgeous day today.
This is how it is all week over here. This is our whole forecast for the week, except for Thursday, where we have like a 40% chance of rain. And we have an event that day. And an evening event that we're not even sure we're going to or have.
So we have a 40% or 37% chance of storms Tuesday morning. And all day, and 70% chance all day Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. We got some food truck events this week. How was your Sunday sales today?
Not too bad. Nuevo on Sundays was weird for us, which is why we kind of moved it back to Saturdays this year. But yeah, it was a solid day. I think we were just shy of 14, so not bad. I mean, I'll take it on a Sunday. So,
can't beat that.
I could have. Yeah, 1464. I'm sorry. So, that's just kind of how April's been. That's just kind of where we're hovering. We have 2 days left of sales in April, and we need to do 16 each day in order to match last year April. So, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's definitely doable with what we have scheduled. I mean, those could be $2,000 days easy with the weather that we're having. So,
yeah,
it is what it is. Really don't want to be down in April. But yeah, May's gonna be slamming. So You take the slow with the
Yes.
busy. Yeah,
And it's going to
May
be
start slamming right on Thursday. So, yeah, it's the whole month is crazy for us. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's good, right?
but I mean, last week we did like 7,000, I think, total sales for the week. But that was, I mean, one less day because of Easter, so we're closed Easter. Yeah, just everything's just kind of We had a good stretch there of those couple of weeks where we had $800 days. I think we had 3 of them this month. So yeah, it's I'm ready for May. I'm ready to start putting money back into the bank account, especially after that small purchase sitting in my garage. So yeah.
So
yeah, it's hard to put money. Yeah, hard to put money in the account when it's only $7,000 a week. So especially when you're running $3,500 in payroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last week we were talking about what those days that you just contemplating life. Wednesday was definitely Wednesday and Thursday was definitely one of those days. Luckily we had a catering gig, so that kind of helped out, but we didn't break $1,000 either day.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday were okay. I think we finished with the catering and with a food truck job yesterday. I think we finished with 68 maybe.
Yeah. Ugh. Bullshit. I am almost positive.
We're just trying to get people to understand that we're there, and that's the tough part.
Yeah.
Still doing that. So
yes. Speaking of sales and reports, can Square frickin' change back the sales summary report so that it is not all kinds of jacked up? And it says beta right there at the top of the frickin' form. It is driving me frickin' crazy. I hate it. Switch it back to the way it was. Unless you're not seeing the same one I am, but this is BS. I hate it.
Let's see. Sales summary. I do have a beta, yes.
Yeah, this is the dumbest thing ever. Because that total sales number is not your total sales. That's total collected. Correct. You got to go scroll down to gross sales. I don't like any of this. I don't care what my total collected was.
Well, see, my gross sales is the first line.
Yeah, if you go down a little bit, yeah, it's the next thing on the main report. But why isn't it at the top? Because that's not total sales. Gross sales is total sales. Yeah, it's your tips and your taxes. And if you had somebody pay a deposit, it'll also show in there for like a catering or whatever. So that also goes into that. I was so perplexed one day. I was trying to figure out what had happened.
Seeing this the other day.
I was like, what the hell just happened? Yeah, I hate it. It needs to go back. And I started playing around with the metrics and the filters and stuff, and I only made it worse. So I didn't want to devote time to a headache. I got enough headaches right now. Yeah, it's dumb.
So you can revert back to version 1, but it goes away in 33 days.
Yeah. So what's the point? Just to be refrustrated in 31 days?
If you click on the beta, it'll bring up a window, and then you just go down to where it says version 2 is enabled. You can unenable it. But you can write a strongly worded feedback thing.
Yeah, that always gets me somewhere.
True that.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to fill out this form. We have an event on Thursday after our Etna event. Same city. It's this empowering youth World Street Fair or something like that. It's this church
Okay.
organization's doing this thing where they're bringing in food trucks. They did it a couple years now. They were looking for
Sure.
food trucks. We're like, yeah, why not? What the hell? Because we're already gonna be in Holland. It's a net in a day. We won't cook super heavy for it. If we can pull out another $700-800 out of it, heck yeah.
Yeah.
But I have heard nothing from them. They made a post on April 4th. So this was, I think we booked this in like December. I've heard nothing from them. They put April 4th, they had a post about the event. We were in it as listed as a food truck. But I've heard nothing from them. Like, where do we park? What time can we arrive? Nothing. So I'm not 100% positive that this thing is happening. It's like a comp where you don't hear from the organizer ever. Like that you don't get questions answered.
Oh, yeah.
It's the day of, and you just then get your instructions on how to get into the place. Yeah.
Oh, we actually have that coming Saturday. We're doing a blessing of the bikes, and it was supposed to be on one side of town, and I heard through the grapevine that the whole thing got moved to another part of town. So I had to, and of course the organizer doesn't call and tell us. So I finally called her and I said, "Hey, like I need to know what's going on because I need to know if our big ass food trailer can fit."
Right.
They're like, "Yeah, well, the DDA told us we had to move," and I'm like, "Well, screw them. Thanks for telling us." And okay, so yeah.
So in the last email I got from these people, it was, you are responsible for any licensing required for the city of Zeeland. And I honestly don't know if I've already reached out to them or not. So this is what I'm doing. I'm on Zealand, and there's like a form center for to join our vendor list, our food vendor list.
Oh,
Like, I'm guessing that's it. But it all seems very familiar to me, so I think I already filled that out. I don't know. This whole thing's going to be a crapshoot on whether or not we're allowed to set up or whatever. So,
do you just go and ask for forgiveness?
Yep. Really?
So-
Kick me out? Okay. See ya. Caleb and Chris are like, thank God we don't have to be here until 8 o'clock. So,
Yeah, that's the thing.
yeah, like I said, we're not going to cook a ton of food. We have Etna that day, so we're going to normally we leave them with whatever's left over. We won't necessarily do that this time. So we'll leave them with any pans that have been started. Anything after that, we're going to keep back, and we'll use that for the event that night, assuming there is food. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Looking forward to getting into Etna events. Looking forward to using that cooker some more. It makes some hella good wings, though. I can tell you that. Yeah, they're really good. Yeah, I miss that smell. That wood fire smell. I miss it a lot. Yeah, it's nice.
How talk about it? Talk about the gas. Talk about the wood smell. I mean, what do you like? What don't you like so far?
I don't have good enough wood. I know that. So, typically the wood you get in like a store, even like Ace. So I got some their barbecue sticks or whatever from Ace, and they're kiln dried. So these things are bone dry. They're not there for a heat source.
Yeah.
They're there for flavor, and that's it. So I was able to get it to hold temperature for I think an hour, just with some post oak, some of that post oak from there. But there's a lot of smoke, because you're getting down to smolder quite a bit, a little bit more than you would with the gas running. So, I don't know. I need to get some better wood that's not bone dry, and see what it does from there. But I have no idea how much gas I used. Not a clue. I just had a 20-pound cylinder sitting in my garage, so that's what I hooked up to it. It's been lit 3 times, I think probably for a total of 6 hours, maybe 7. Gas running for most of it. But it's super simple to use. It was up to temp in 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Normally for tomorrow, I'll start the smoker at noon and give it a couple hours to get up to temp and to, warm the box a little bit. So yeah, it's awesome. That's all I've done with it. It is too tall. Those wheels definitely got to come off when we put it on the trailer. Because I mean, that top rack is eye level. So if you're putting pans up there, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But to do chicken wings, so you pull that rack out a little bit, and then you're trying to reach to the back of that rack. Yeah, I've got some burns from rubbing that. So that being a couple inches lower will be very helpful. So what?
Well, that's good.
But I can fit 12 half pans on there on a shelf. So I could do 48 half pans in that thing. It'd be full, and I would never want to have it that full, just because you're not going to have any air circulation. But yeah, I mean, one of the things I didn't realize, I guess, is that because I've never used one, never really used one or been around one too much, that the heat comes from the top side of that. So it goes up the back side and then comes through the top. So your hottest part or your most direct heat source is that top rack. And then the fans pull it down to get to the smokestacks that go up. So that's fine. It's awesome. You just good to know. And was talking to Mike Robinson a little bit because he uses one. Yeah. So when I put the wings on there, I only lost one flat. And I wasn't being horribly careful. Granted, smoker was stationary and it wasn't going down the road at 60 miles an hour.
True.
So, we would definitely.
The only reason I bring that up is I know somebody that uses them and he preloads them and then just throws them right in there. That way there's no chance to lose them. Absolutely
is something we will have to do at some point. So
you did not get a charcoal basket.
Nope. I am done with charcoal after we get this thing rolling. Done. I have no use for one.
Interesting.
No, thank you. Yep.
Cool. Yeah.
I mean, I can get wood for the same price that I can get quality charcoal.
Oh, I'm not doubting that.
So why not just use wood? And it's cleaner, and I'd have less worry about less shit in it.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah. I'm done with charcoal. I can't wait till we're done with charcoal. I think that's the thing that everybody's most excited about. It's not having to deal with dusty, dirty charcoal. So it does surprise me that both fans don't run all the time at the same time. So there's times when only one fan will kick in, which I thought was interesting. So it's really weird to only seeing smoke come out of one smokestack.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Which I find very bizarre, But I guess if the fan is pulling the air down and then it's going, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how the sensor works for the fan cutoff when you open the doors, but it's only attached to the right-hand door.
Really?
So you can close the right-hand door, have the left-hand door open, and the fans will still run.
Oh.
Because I was doing something on the left. I was putting chicken quarters on this morning on the left-hand side, so I just shut the right-hand door, so all the heat didn't go out, or less heat went out. But yeah, as soon as it hit, I don't know. I'm curious about the sensor. As soon as that wheel hit that slam locks, it just kicked right back in. But yeah, the doors are super nice. I love those doors.
Oh, I bet they're fantastic.
I do wish so. There's locks on it, so when you open them all the way, there's little channels for them to sit in. I wish those would grip harder when you open the doors, because I have had them they bounce in and then they pop back out. But yeah, other than that, it's going to be a pain in the ass to clean. Those racks are going to be terrible to clean.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be a pain in the ass. They're so big. I'm going to have to get like a kiddie pool to put them in with some industrial or some cleaner.
Sam's oven cleaner.
Yeah.
Best cleaner I've ever found.
Yep. So I'll just get a kiddie pool and slide those in there. Because there's no, like with our one that we have now, we just kind of brush them and scrape them.
Yeah.
But with the round racks, it's not as easy to do that with the
They so
expanded metal.
they actually make a great tool, and I
Mhm.
say great GRATE,
Yes.
that is slotted to go
Mhm.
over the rack.
But it's all the metal, like the aluminum scrubber type of strands on it, right?
No, this is
Like bristle, like a brush.
This is basically like a metal piece that the little things fit in. It's all metal. It's more of a,
Okay.
it's not a brush. It's more of like a scraper.
A scraper. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what we use. We just use a paint scraper
Wouldn't you
to
just,
clean off the wrecks.
couldn't you just power wash it and drain it?
Okay, but then where's all that going?
Well, I understand. I mean,
Yeah.
a 5-gallon bucket with a lid, I would assume, but
A 5-gallon bucket.
yeah, you drain it.
I
into a
have
5-gallon
I'll
bucket.
power wash it in the while
Yeah.
all the wrecks are in. I would not. I'd be too nervous about hitting something with that
Is there
water.
anything you could hit?
Yeah, because it's all open vented on the front that has all the electronics and stuff right there. Yeah, I'd be nervous. So let's take some care, and once a week, as long as we can get to it every week.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think
it shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I have round bar racks right now in mine, and same thing as you, and I scrape them really, really good. It needs a good cleaning.
Yeah.
I finally had somebody come out and take a look at it, and they said it's actually, for being a 2018 model, it's actually really, it's in good working order, with the
Yeah.
exception of the igniter being bad. But
Hmm.
other than that, he just said, nope, just said most people just power wash it and drain it, and I'm like, well, where the hell do I?
Yeah.
So I would just get a 5-gallon bucket with a really good
Right.
lid, and then just throw it in a bag and throw it in the garbage.
We do that with our grease. So we do, yeah. So we'll do it in a 5-gallon bucket. If so, yeah. Like especially when we're this coming month and the following month when we have so much catering, so much chicken. Like the chicken just produces so much juice.
Yeah.
So yeah, we go into a 5-gallon bucket, and then they're so heavy though.
Oh, I know.
like I'm putting like one other trash bag in that can, and hoping that there's not a giant mess in the morning. But yeah, normally we just use our just like day-to-day stuff. We use our old sauce jugs.
That's what we do.
And, fill those and then throw them away.
Speaking of that, I finally ordered my first pallet
of sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations!
You know what the lead time is?
Oh, I should know. 6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks.
For the most part, they have beat those lead times almost every time when I've ordered. So, that's good to know.
Did they just drop it in your driveway?
Something in my face. Yeah. So they're supposed to call to arrange delivery.
Oh, yeah.
I have been home every time. So, Mark really prefers it if you are there so that you can take pictures of delivery, and because I've had so many problems with them poorly stacking or stacking 2 pallets on top of each other.
Yeah.
And having crushed gallons. The first pallet I ever got, I think we had 2 cases that were gone, just trashed. Which was awesome because it spilled onto all the other cases.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pleasurable. So yeah, some of my delivery guys I will say, hey, just drop it. Just drop it there, like off the phone. Like if I'm not there and they call,
yeah,
I'm like, go ahead. I will verbally sign. Go ahead. I won't do that with sauce. I'll make sure I'm there. So just because we have had problems in the past. But yeah, congratulations. Where are you going to put it all?
Well, and that's what I asked. I asked if I was hoping. I asked if there's a chance that I could meet them at my storage unit and they could maybe wheel it in there for me. But more than likely, they're going to drop it in my driveway, and I'm going to have to load it into my truck and take it over to my storage unit. Yay.
Yeah, it's fun. So we had our health inspection on Friday, our final finally. I got to get my paperwork filled out and sent in for tomorrow so they can approve me.
Yeah.
Which they like. My renewal is going to happen. Just had to get the second one in.
I just did
we
mine
do have
too.
we do have a new sanitarian.
Oh.
So for that area, yeah, I was all my reminders and stuff from Kent County had Mark, the guy that's always done our paid in Kent counties. All of a sudden on his, and that was even the day before. I got a reminder, say, hey, renewal's due in 2 days, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, later that day, I got a phone call from Anna. She's like, yep, I'm scheduled to come out to you guys tomorrow. Is there you had 11 to 1 listed as your time that you're open. Do you have a preference on what time I come? It's like, the earlier, the better, please. I like this. But yeah, she was nice. She was a little bit more diligent than Mark had been recently. Just because he knows us. And what are you shaking your head for?
Because I find it funny. So we just had our final inspection today.
Mm-hmm.
The girl was in and out in 6 minutes.
That's how Mark typically was with us on our trailer, because he knew that we were good to go. And he'd take a couple temps, and then he had 5 minutes, and then it was a half hour of him just shooting the shit. Which was
it's so. I mean, and you guys are in a larger county than what I'm licensed in, and so I've had 2 different people in the last 3 weeks, because of course I waited until the last 3 weeks to get my last 2 inspections, or my only 2 inspections.
You did them both in the
last
this
3
month?
weeks. Yes. I was supposed to have my last one on Easter, and then I realized, I scheduled it on Easter. Can we reschedule? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. So, no, she came in, washed her hands. Mm-hmm. I got there super early just to make sure that I was ready. The first inspection, I completely forgot I took out my SOPs, didn't have my sticker with me because I was looking to change my windows out. Luckily, I had my license with me, and I had my SOPs on my computer. And she's like, well, last thing I need you to do, you didn't pay the $90 fee. I'm like, shit, I forgot something.
They won't come out in Kent County unless it's already paid.
They came out, but they said they wouldn't approve it until I paid it. It was like I called the next day.
Yeah.
So I got to send in my renewal, and then I got to send in my renewal for the restaurant, because I only did the first 3 months, because it was like over $1,000 and I was broke.
They'd be like, I don't know that we're going to be around in 3 months.
So in the next, what's $150 for renewal for STFU or something like that?
I don't know.
I just know my restaurant. I know my cafe is $865.
Whew.
And then I always thought that a mobile unit, like a concession unit, where all the food's cooked off site, I thought that the fee was cheaper. And it's actually more expensive than an STFU.
Really?
And I find that just completely backwards.
Interesting. Huh. Food license. Temporary. I thought I had a different renewal one. Maybe not. I just fill out the regular one.
Yeah, I don't know.
It says new application. That'll work. Payment information. What doesn't tell you what the fee is?
You gotta go to there's like a special section for fees. They never put it on the same one. Ooh, somebody's watching Law and Order.
Yeah. Well, shit.
Anyway,
why doesn't it have it listed?
I got those 2 to do.
Yeah, I still have not heard. I got all my income tax issues with the city of Grand Rapids taken care of.
Oh, I didn't know you had income tax issues with the city of Grand Rapids.
Food trucks have to file income tax with the city of Grand Rapids if they set up in the city of Grand Rapids.
Oh, because you technically work inside the city. So you have a local tax. Yeah, city tax.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when I put in my renewal, she's like, yep, we can't process this because you never filed for 2023. Okay. Here, let me write down some BS. So yeah, that was the only thing holding up my city license. And she said that she got it through and was forwarding it on my application onto the city clerk for approval. I said, okay, that's awesome. I really need to have this done before the end of the month because for some of the Food Truck Association events, if you're not licensed on May 1, you're getting pulled from the events.
Oof.
Yeah. So we're kind of cutting it to the last second here on a lot of stuff for us this year.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Been a little sidetracked this year. But things are happening and everything is okay. So, I think my reckless driver is back. I think I hear a generator.
Your reckless driver is back. Is he good at pulling the trailer? Other than this,
as far as I know, things seem to shift in the trailer more when he's driving.
Was Chris not with him, or Chris didn't want to drive? Oh, Chris stayed up there because he lives up there.
Yeah. So Caleb's been driving a little bit more lately.
Did you guys go to the parking lot just to make sure he could drive?
No. So he actually was trained on how to drive fire trucks.
Oh, okay.
So not the same, but he can drive large vehicles.
Yeah. I was part of a food truck event or rally. So we had somebody on our podcast a while back, Num Num Ninja, and they've got a fleet of trailers, and they really don't train anybody to drive. So they hire anybody, or somebody wants to work and whatever. And it took him an hour to back up into his parking spot, and you had multiple people trying to help, to the point where somebody actually got into the truck and said, "Hey, I'll do it for you, so you don't have to worry about it."
Sometimes that's just easier.
Absolutely.
Put it in park and just get out, please.
Yeah. We'll fix it. We'll fix it.
What?
Yeah. So my renewal is $150.
This can't be true. So it came through my Facebook. Sheila Ford Hamp announces $3.5 billion Ford Field Stadium renovation.
Excuse me?
Yeah. That's a hell of a renovation.
Well, things are expensive.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I don't think Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas costs that much. I don't think the A's Stadium is going to cost $3.5 billion. So unless they're going with like the movie theater seats that recline, vibrate, and are heated, and we're getting like a retractable roof.
Ooh. Oh, they're
put in.
Yeah, but they just did one in 2018. Yeah, it was 2018. It was $100 million renovation. Includes massive video boards, drops, playoff banners, stuff like that.
Yeah, playoff banners.
Hey, they'll make sure they're from the roof to the field if they need to.
Hey, that's we're on a roll, man. We got a streak of division championships happening. We're gonna add another one this year.
I like the I like the draft. I think they did good draft wise.
I have no complaints. I'm one of the few fans that are, in the half of the fans that don't have a problem with what happened. There's a lot of people pissed off.
In 2002.
Yeah, it's not that old.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was a hell of a draft. They did a good job. So
yeah, let's have an open roof in the wintertime. It's a real stadium feature.
Just open it when the other team is kicking field goals. Like they used to do at the Silver Dome. They used to open a door to cause a wind tunnel. That's the rumor. That's the rumor.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. Anyways, back to work stuff. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. I don't know. It's yeah, it's been good. Gonna do I think some butts soon. I know we're doing all the Etna chicken is planned for the new cooker. I'd like to get a couple butts on there to see timing wise. I know you're saying you're cooking them in like 7-8 hours.